I'd play the theme music for the Chad Prather Show for you, but it doesn't sound good when I hum the guitar. Welcome to what's not another episode of the Chad Prather Show. We are not in Studio 22. We are not in the mothership, but I still want to upload some things to you and bring some information out to you. It's January 2nd, 2023. Sounds weird to say that. I thought we were going to be in studio today, but apparently the rest of the crew decided to continue on with their New Year celebrations. I don't know what's going on, but we'll be back in studio sometime this week, probably Wednesday night. But I wanted to take this opportunity to say hi. I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. I love you. I've missed you, and I'm anxious to get back in the studio and get back to rocking and rolling with a brand new year of the Chad Prather Show. Now, it sounds weird to say we're in 2023. It really does, because that's almost like an episode of the Jetsons or something like that. I mean, that's like a science fiction movie to say 2023. I mean, here we are. And we're as screwed up as ever. And as long as humans are on this planet, we'll continue to be screwed up. And you guys, man, y'all have been through some things. We all have in the last couple of years. And I've gotten a message from you guys. And I hope y'all had not only a great Christmas, but you were able to celebrate a new year. Some things coming to an end, some things starting, beginning again, some people getting a new start. I hope you're getting a new start. It's a good time to consider all of that. And, every new year I always remind myself that living things grow and growing things change. Changing things challenge us, right? When I was a baby, people like to kiss my feet. Now I can't get anybody to do that anymore. I don't want them to. Who can blame me or them for not wanting the feet kissed? But living things grow and growing things change, and changing things challenge us. You kiss babies' feet. You don't kiss grown men's feet. Anyway, you get the point. But some of you find yourself in a growth time, and therefore you're in a changing, challenging time. And I just want to encourage you to hang in there, be a survivor. I mean, look at all the crap you've been through in the last couple of years with the quarantine shutdowns, the corporate tyranny, the judicial tyranny, the bureaucratic tyranny, all the garbage we've been through, medical tyranny. Wow, the stuff. I mean, just being bombarded with everything from pronouns to cancellations to deplatforming, demonetized, all the different things that they could attack you with, trying to stick crap in your body and force you to do things in order to keep a job. I mean, wow. We've lost loved ones, we've lost friends, we've lost family. Then not only talking about health-wise, we've lost friends and family politically because people can't get along anymore. It's so, I want to encourage you. You guys have been through a lot. You're hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. And I was just listening to parts of my audiobook. Am I Crazy is finally out on audio. Biscuit says hi. I don't know if she got in the camera there or not. There, she's in there. But my new audiobook is launched. Am I Crazy? It's been a long time finally coming out to be able to say the audiobook is there. And I was listening to part of it, and I like the audiobook better than I like the written book because it's a pretty wordy book. But I was listening to some of it, and I was just reminded that one of the things that I talk about in there is how a lot of experts say there's no such thing as anger. Like when we go online or we deal with political debates or family and friends or even strangers or trolls or whatever, we get angry, right? And people get angry. People get angry at us, and there's so much rage and outrage out there. And one of the things that I talk about is how the experts say that there's no such thing as the emotion of anger. I don't know if that's true, but they say that anger is an expression usually that is caused by either sadness or fear. And it could be a combination of both. So a lot of people out there, they express an angry emotion because they're sad about something, they've had a loss, or they're afraid of the world at large. And it is a great big world out there, and it seems like the world's out to get us. So I'm thankful for you guys. You're my tribe, and we're in this together. We're a weird little church, and you guys have supported me. You've been there. You've listened to me. A lot of you who have never made a comment or anything else, you guys have been a part of the Chad Prather Show family at Blaze TV. And I'm just thankful that you give me the opportunity to do what I love, and that is talk to you and get things off my chest. And I wouldn't, if I didn't have an audience, I wouldn't have a show. And if I didn't have a show, I wouldn't have a job. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a faithful follower and supporter. And I'll go one step further, man. I'm so thankful this new year for the live show tribe. I'm not talking about on here. I'm talking about people who actually come out to theaters, come out to comedy clubs, come out to venues, And we had a sold out show in College Station on December 30th. And then I was honored to be able to open for Asleep at the Wheel, the legendary band, on New Year's Eve. And then last night, January 1st, New Year's Day, which was a Sunday, it was amazing. We were in Canyon Lake for another packed show. And people are starting to get back out. They're starting to come. And the folks that have come to the live shows and have consistently come over the years, I tell you, they're troopers, man. They're troopers, and they're so supportive. They buy T-shirts, they buy hats, we meet, we visit, and they talk about, different ways that our lives have intersected. And that's always a powerful thing. And so I'm excited about the live shows we got coming up this year. And I'll tell you this, we're doing something new. You guys, maybe you've heard of some great guys like Zach Rushing and Dustin Sims and Jesse Payton. Those are some unapologetic comedians that just don't take prisoners, and they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your thin skin or any of that stuff. They just lay it out there where it's at. And the folks that are pretty tough with their complexity of thought and mental constitution, they enjoy those shows. So we banded together, and we're going to do the Buck Wild Comedy Tour. And they're going to let us do it as long as we can fill rooms up. So we need your help. You can get my schedule at chadpratherlive.com, chadpratherlive.com, and check out some of those, all the shows, but check out the Buck Wild Comedy Tour, because we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be Jesse Payton, Dustin Sims, me, Zach Rushing, in a 2-hour show. We're coming to Joplin, Missouri, I think on January 27th is going to be our kickoff. And then we're coming all over. We're going to be in Georgia, we're going to be in Florida, we're going to be in Nebraska, tons of places. Of course, we're going to be in Texas, we're going to be in Arizona, California, and we're booking more dates. But again, we won't book more dates unless people show up for this. So you could probably call this the cancel comedy tour, because we're all parolees from Facebook jail. We've all been deplatformed. We've been banned somewhere or another. We're probably on a government watch list. But you know what we do is we go out there and we have fun with everybody. And we tell you the truth, and we make you laugh about it. So if you get a chance, go to chadpratherlive.com and check out my dates that are coming up. It's going to be a busy first half of the year, that's for sure. And I'm thankful for that. And the reason I get to do that is because of you. So I want to encourage you guys. To embrace change. As I was saying a minute ago, just embrace the things that are going on in your life that maybe you don't understand, because I made a Facebook post this morning about it. There's God, there's circumstances, there's successes, there's failures. All of those came with a purpose and a mission. Everything that happens in your life, God created you with a purpose. He added a promise to that. It was a prophetic promise. And there's so many of these things that he wants to bring to pass in your life. Your circumstances are designed to change you and to be tough. Because if they weren't tough, you wouldn't grow. I mean, that sounds cliche, but it's dadgum, it's true. And when you're going through the hard stuff, well, you got to buck up. And you got to encourage yourself. And, we express ourselves in so many different ways. My audiobook is out now, Am I Crazy? And I was re-listening to some of that, listening to some of the stuff there. And I'm just so encouraged by some of the words that I said. And so if you haven't gotten the audiobook yet, it's a fun little deal. If you want me to read to you every day while you're driving down the road, go get it, because I narrate the book. And I was just impacted by what I said. The experts have said, they don't know if there's such a thing as anger as much as it's, that combination of fear versus sadness, and it expresses itself in anger. I've been thinking about that a lot. And, I talk about it in the book a little bit, and because there's so much outrage in the world. And I want us to get a handle on that personally. We can't control the world around us. But you can control you. You can control your attitude, 10% of your life is what happens to you. 90% is how you respond to it. I think Chuck Swindoll said that a long time ago. And I agree with it. It's a high percentage of how you respond to the world. And I hope that as we move forward, we just go ahead and make a mental resolution to say that we're just going to respond honestly with your circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I would love to say, hey, we're going to be happy all the time. Well, that's bull. We're not. I'd love to say we're going to have joy all the time. We're not. And that we're going to, just handle everything in a great character, and we're going to say all the right things and do all the right things. No, I don't think we are. And I don't think you have to be on that type of performance treadmill. I think that you have to be honest with yourself. Be honest with your circumstances. If it's bad, it's okay to call it bad. And when you call it bad, then look for the ways of hope that you can try to navigate around the badness. but be honest with yourself. And I think that what we do is think that angers and outrages us and frustrates us in life is that when we're not honest with ourselves and our circumstances, and we lie to ourselves. Like, for instance, you can have a situation that's really bad. Let's say, for instance, the power bill comes in and it's more expensive than, it's higher than you expected it to be. And you're like, dang, I don't have enough money for that. I just, gosh, that's an extra $100 I got to spend this month that I wasn't anticipating. And you say, you get mad at that. Who left the damn lights on, right? You just lash out at everybody. Who could left the AC on? Why was the Christmas tree on too long? All of these things. No, I think the thing is, it's like, okay, I just got thrown a curveball in life. I can lash out at it, or I can be honest about it and say, you know what? This is the kind of stuff that happens when I'm living life. And thank God I'm living life. Living life is expensive. Living life is a challenge. Living life, it's unexpected. But hey, at least you get to live it. At least you get to live it. So I'm going to look at it and say, can I make $100? Can I figure out a way to come up with an extra $100? Yeah, sure, I probably can. I could probably scrape together some stuff around here and find that extra $100 if I really try. So what's more valuable to me? Getting pissed off and bitching about it, or going out there and saying, you know what? I can take care of me. No matter what the world throws at me, I can take care of me. And then you learn from it, right? So you grow from it. You had a mess up, had a surprise. You learned from it. You grew from it. You moved forward without it. And next month, you're like, we're going to cut back. We're going to cut back on some things, because I think that's what we need to do. Now, that is a very huge oversimplification of the complexities of life. I get that. But man, as I'm heading into this new year, I want to be honest about my circumstances. There's things about life that we don't like. There's things that aren't always great. We're not hardwired for happiness. We're not. We're hardwired to be in survival mode, because, our ancestors living in the cave, they were expecting that, that bear to come running in the cave and eat them at any given time. So they were always on the lookout, or they were sitting on the parapets, of the castle waiting for some horde of, invading armies to come and overtake their land. People conquering people, they've lived in survival mode. It's hard to be happy when you're living in survival mode. So I want you to get out of survival mode and know that you're not only going to live, you're going to thrive, and you're going to be just fine, and find some circumstances that are to your liking and favorable to you, favorable to success, favorable to peace. Get your life in order. Be a little more administrative this year. And, one of the things that I'm committed to doing, and I know that not everybody's real keen on this, but I don't care, because I'm not asking anybody's permission. One of the things I'm going to do this year is I'm going to do some life coaching for people. I'm a guy who's made a lot of mistakes. That's why I know a lot of things about a lot of things. And I'm going to do some life coaching. And I may take some opportunity to work with some people individually. I'm going to think about that and figure if I can put a business model together for that, that's fine. A lot of you out there say, we don't want you coaching us. Well, that's fine too. But there's a lot of people out there that I think that, I think if I jump online every so often and just give you some nuggets of truth, some things that not ethereal things that I read in a book, there's value in that. But things that I have learned in life, and I've watched mentors go through, or I've watched peers go through, and heavy discussions with people far more intelligent than me, I want to be able to pass that on to you. So we're going to be doing that. So if you've benefited in any way, shape, or form over the years from my input, well, hopefully I can give you some more, so keep up with what I'm doing, and we'll keep on rocking and rolling. But if you want to come see us at the live show, my live tour, there will be no life coaching at that. There will just be laughs. I guarantee you there'll be a lot of fun. Brand new web address for that. It's my name, ChadPratherLive.com, ChadPratherLive.com. Takes you right to my tour schedule. So if you go to watchchad.com, which is my normal, where all the fun stuff is, you can go there and find the tour page. But watchchadlive.com, it will take you directly to the tour page. And then I'm going to come up with a way. I'm going to come up with a way to put some of this life coaching stuff out there. I hate the phrase life coaching. but call it whatever you want to call it, and we'll come up with something creative. But I'm going to figure out a way to put this content out there, and I'll be in touch with you on how we do that. But get my book, Am I Crazy? And get the audiobook if you prefer that. Get both and read it while you listen to it at the same time. That actually helps. It's a creative way and a very helpful way to read books. Just gets a little expensive, but I've got another book that I have written. It's a very short book, but it's a book about you. It's a book about life, a book about change, a book about adapting to the things around you. And I've just got to get that out there, get it published, and probably going to self-publish this one and just go from there, because dealing with publishers, that's a nightmare. But and then I can make it cheaper to you, and I can get it in your hands a whole lot easier, a whole lot cheaper. So you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get out of your hair, but I'm going to pray for you. You pray for me, and let's hold each other accountable, but let's hold each other up and encourage each other this year. Let's be committed to do that. I got your back. You got my back. I mean, we know that by now. We've been around this. We've been on enough trips around the sun at this point together that we know each other. We know each other. Even if there's those of you out there we've never actually met, and I'd love to, but we still know each other. We got each other. We're simpatico. We're heart to heart. Boom, boom, yeah, yeah. We see each other eye to eye, and we got the same pulse going. And I feel that. I really do. And I know you guys are out there feeling it too. So, all this kumbaya, throw a stick in the fire, make a new commitment to life, and feel good about yourself, rah, rah, BS. Look, there it is. I gave it to you, okay? And the thing that is tangible in my life and in my soul is that I do truly love you, and I do truly appreciate you. You are a constant encouragement to me, and I'm thankful for that. And I've got this 8-pound baby laying on top of me basically 24 hours a day. And, did I disturb you? Did I disturb you? So, man, 23 is going to be an awesome year. And I'm excited. You can go subscribe to Blaze TV. If you do that, go to blazetv.com/Chad. Use promo code Chad and save. And let's have some fun, man. I've got some ideas. If we can put it together and get creative, I've got some ideas that we're going to do this year that I think it's going to bring you some joy, going to bring you some laughter, going to give you some things to look back on and have a good time with. So just know that I appreciate you so much, and I'm happy that we're here in this new year. We're never promised tomorrow, but we are promised eternity, and that's the beauty of life, especially for those of you who believe that there's a creator God who designed you with purpose. You may not be promised tomorrow, but you are promised eternity. So let's make sure we live in light of eternity and know that I love you guys. God bless you. I appreciate you. And we'll be in the studio, in the mothership, Studio 22, later on this week.